Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Saturday Show. Officially now called the Saturday Show, but it used to be called. Never mind. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. It has been super, super, super busy for me. Um, I am going to promise that I won't be on here all too long today because I got like 20 other things to do. So this is probably going to be an abbreviated show just to give you heads up. So first thing I want to do is to um find my phone first of all. I think I left it in there. Well, that's okay. I'm going to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribing literally costs nothing. Sorry. Oh, my throat. Okay, so let me try that again. Subscribe to this channel. I'm still stuck at 287. I don't know why I can't get to 300. This channel should have at least 1,000 subscribers by now. And I'm still, for some reason, stuck at 287. Please subscribe. It costs literally nothing. Support me on Patreon. Patreon starts at $2 a month. That's 50 cents a week. You can go to that link right there, type it in. I'm putting in some more information here. So I'm going to keep that up a little bit. I forgot something. Forgot it. Y'all, forgive me. The Destroy the Duopoly Awards are December the 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's still time to fill out the ballot. You can just inbox me on this platform. If you go to my page, you'll see a way to contact me. Just use that email to contact me, and I'll send you a form. The deadline is November the 30th, so there's still plenty of time to vote. I just literally ran in, so I couldn't put the link up to get the ballot, but I promise if you contact me at TRACYMedia LLC at gmail.com, I promise I will give you the form to vote. That's going to be an evening of discussion and those type of things. And we'll be dishonoring those that deserve to be dishonored. That's the tagline. So remember to like this podcast. Like this podcast. It helps in the algorithm. It helps me eventually get to 300 subscribers. If you like this page, YouTube will be more likely to suggest this page. So please like this page. Share this podcast or any of the other ones that I have. Sharing, again, doesn't cost anything. Liking does not cost anything. Subscribing does not cost anything. And lastly, remember to follow me on Rumble. So I have been begging for almost a year for 5 followers. I need 5 followers to go live on Rumble. I have 1, which is me. I need 4 more of you. I know you're watching. All you gotta do is follow. You don't have to watch me on Rumble, but at least follow so that I can go live on Rumble. I need 5 followers. So far, I have 1. We just need those other 4 to just come on in. And follow so I can be on that platform. Thank you. So let's get started. You see the title of today's show, My problem with food competition shows. So let me first start off by saying that I am completely obsessed with food competition shows. Um, Now not Gordon Ramsay because like I'll let yell at man, you don't have to yell at people like that. You do not have to yell at people like that. Um, but basically anything on the Food Network, I pretty much have watched it, and I'm just obsessed with watching them. Now, can I cook any of the things that they're cooking? No, but I just like watching them because it's just really exhilarating. I can't even describe the feeling that it gives me, but I'm like I said, I'm obsessed with food competition shows, but I do have some problems with them. And I'm gonna be all over the place because literally, I've been up since 9 o'clock this morning, which is early on a weekend. I went to early vote today, stood in line for 2.5 hours to vote. Um, Went to dry some clothes because my dryer is not working, and just sat down maybe 10 minutes ago. No, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes ago to get this ready. No, not 5 minutes. Like at 3:58, I sat down to get to this podcast. So, it's been a day. So, um, I'm still adjusting, and I'll be good to go at 7 tonight. So don't worry about it. 7 o'clock tonight, I will be right there. I'll be aware. I won't be so tired. Hopefully, my back won't hurt. My back is paining me. So, um, I'll mostly be talking about like Beat, Bobby Flay, Grocery Games, Chopped, those baking shows, and some ones with the kids. I'll try to remember to name them before I just like get my criticism, but they're all pretty much the same. So I always have a problem with they don't wash their chicken. Now, I know somebody's going to comment that you don't have to wash your chicken because frying it or baking it, it will take all the germs away. No, no. I got big problems. If I see that you don't wash your chicken, I don't trust you. There's nothing, there's no reason for me to trust anything you're saying um at any time that you're saying it, right? You're just you're just putting it in a flour. And when you rinse chicken, even when you rinse it, you'll see that film that comes up to the top of the water, right? And you don't even rinse that one. Um, you don't even rinse. You just take the chicken out the packet, put it in the oven or fryer, however you're gonna cook it. That's just disgusting. I got a real problem when I don't see people wash it because I'm always like, okay, they're gonna pick some with chicken. They're gonna wash it. Nope, they never do. Just put the chicken right in there. Don't wash it. Don't do anything. Don't don't do. They don't even wash the area where the chicken is. Oh, we already got a comment. Dak Poet, I enjoyed your videos with Wes. Keep going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But they just don't wash their chicken. Like, how trifling can you be not to wash chicken? All you gotta do, like, if you're not gonna wash it, at least rinse it, right? At least rinse it well enough that film on the top disappears. You're just gonna sit there and just take the chicken out the pack, put seasoning on it, and then fry it or bake it. That is disgusting. You are disgusting if you don't wash your chicken. I just can't. And these are supposed to be like chefs. So they should know that, the chicken has been through the factory. You've got, the way the chicken is killed, the way the parts are cut up, the way, are they clean? You don't even know if they're cleaning like I'm assuming they're using sauce. I don't know how they kill chickens. Um, why don't they wash your chicken? I know somebody's gonna say, well, if you cook it, that'll destroy the bacteria. No, 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 no. You at least at minimum rinse it. I say wash it, put a little vinegar in there and a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit, and literally wash it. Now don't do like that one lady and put it in bleach. We not talking um we not talking about putting it in bleach or soap powder. That's not type of clean. Some water, a little vinegar, maybe a little bit of salt, just like a little sprinkle of salt. That'll get that chicken as clean as it can. Another thing that bothers me, and like they all do it. Like they all do it. Bobby Flay does it. Guys Grocery Games does it. Chop does it. That other one I watched, Alex versus America, they do it. I'm just like, ugh, that just drives me crazy. Wash your chicken. Another thing that bothers me. Okay, sometimes the chefs will have like too ambitious goal in mind, right? So in a food competition show, you're only given like a certain amount of time to prepare something. If it's like on Chop, if it's an appetizer, you get 20 minutes. If it's an entree or dessert, you get, I think, 30 to 35. And the chef always seems to have like this ambitious thing that's going to take more than the time allowed. Why doesn't the production say, hey, that takes 45 minutes. You only have 30 to 35. Why don't you try something else? They always try on Chop. Like they'll miss getting something on the plate. And then tell me, why did I get eliminated? Because you tried to do, you doing the most. You don't have, stay within your realm, right? If you have 30 to 35 minutes. Even if you have 45, right? Um, um, like they're just super ambitious, right? Like they want to do too much. Like if on Chopped, right? In the dessert round, that's the last one. They got 30 minutes. Now, 30 minutes to me is enough time to bake a cake. But I forget that the cake isn't like the pre-cake mix that we bought. They're trying to make the cake from scratch within 30 minutes. You can't do it, right? You got to have flour, something else. I don't know what goes in a cake. But you got to have all those things that go into a cake. Or they'll try to make ice cream. Why are you trying something that hard? Try something within the time frame that you have and you'll be more successful. But nope, they got to have these big grand ideas that just, oh, like you just doing too much. Oh, thank you. Yes, rinse the chicken. I don't have cable to watch food competition shows, but I've watched shows when I did have cable. Wash. I wish I could screenshot this. Wash vegetables and fruits too. Not washing fruits and veggies can lead to hepatitis A. Agree. Skipping steps in prep isn't good when cooking or baking. It's like they just. It's not that they do skip it, but like their end goal is like, I'm gonna fix a rack of lamb. You cannot fix rack of lamb in 30 minutes. Now, hey, look, I don't cook hardly, so my thing is, if it's already made, I don't have a microwave. If it's already made or something I can easily make, so I'm not gonna try anything ambitious like rack of lamb or pot roast. I mean, they're out here just trying things that are gonna take too long. You know. The next thing that I think is really annoying about food competition shows are the judges. Oh my goodness, the judges make me absolutely sick. They are extremely petty. They will sit here and say one of two things. You're missing salt or it's too much salt. Like, I'm not gonna fix salt. I'm not gonna fix anything with salt because one, some people when they eat, they'll just start pouring salt on things. They'll just start pouring salt. Doesn't matter how much salt you put on there, right? Um, I don't know what's too much. Like, right? They're like, you're missing salt, or like I said, they'll say that's too much salt. Well, do you want them to put salt on it or do you not? Another thing they do drives me crazy. They criticize the plate. I don't understand this one. I don't understand this one at all. So maybe the plating is important and I'm just not understanding. But what does that have to do? Ultimately, what they're fixing or what they're making should taste good. You know, that's the goal. Make something that tastes really good. They want to talk about plating, which to me it doesn't have anything to do with the competition. They're like, yeah, because you eat with your eyes. No, I don't. I eat with my mouth. I eat with my mouth. I don't eat with my eyes. I literally don't care what a plate tastes looks like. I've literally ate I've really ate food that looked like it was looked like it was roadkill. And I thought this is the greatest thing I've ever tasted. It didn't look great, but I didn't care because ultimately I'm caring about what it tastes like. Okay, so Jack Poet, you answered this question. It also is an insult to the chef if you start putting more spices on meal after it's presented to you. See, I didn't know this. I'm sitting here thinking, oh, well, just let them put their own salt on it, right? Because you don't know, somebody might have hypertension. They can't be eating all that salt. So you just let them put on whatever they think is, don't put any salt on it. Don't put any seasoning on it. So, see, now I know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe, dun 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 dun. But they're so petty, though. Your plating is lacking. But what does the food taste like? Like, if the food is good, I literally don't care about the plating. And they use the term brightness too much. You need to make this brighter. Now, keep in mind, they never describe what it is that they would do to make it brighter, right? They just say, you need to make it brighter. Or, you need to make sure it's got texture. What does that mean? Like, they have to realize that people that are watching these type of shows, we're not the greatest cooks, so we don't know what they mean when they're talking about it's not bright. It doesn't have texture. You mean what? You mean there's not a lemon in it? You mean there's no crunch to it? What is it that you mean? What is it that you're saying? Like, you're using industry terms and you're not explaining to me what those terms mean. You're just out here saying things and it's not like processing in my mind what you mean. Another thing that makes me mad, but they do. Watch it. Okay, you don't have cable. Go on YouTube and just type in any cooking show, and eventually they're going to get to brightness and make it brighter. It doesn't have texture. It doesn't have what? What are you talking about? And another thing that makes the judges petty, they're like they have all these restaurants. They have restaurants here, there, and everywhere. Um, and when they critique the food, why they just take one bite? Now, this could be for a couple reasons. I think it could be one, the food is disgusting, or they're supposed to not take that many bites because they're like taking Literally, I saw one show. I think it was Beat Bobby Flay. They took like one bite, and it was. I'm like, you can tell what it tastes like after one bite. You usually need two, right? Because the first bite, if it's really good, that's gonna automatically in your head say go back for another one. But if you're in this type of competition, right, you want to make sure that the second bite is good as the first one. No, they just stop right at one. And they make like this whole big plate with all this food and they don't eat all of it. Now, I think this is rude. If somebody's gonna fix food, you should at least like eat enough of. I'm not saying eat to make yourself full because I realize they have more than one dish to taste. But they're just tasting like one little bite and just okay, I'm done. Why is the chef putting all that food on that plate? If they know they're gonna take one bite, right? Just make less food. Just make less food. It just makes sense to me, right? Why are you making these big plates of chicken, fried rice with chicken, egg roll, chop suey, and you just gonna take one bite and then push your whole plate aside. Just make a little plate, like get a little plate, right, and make it that way. And here's another thing: why do they make 4 plates and there's 3 judges? Who eats the extra plate? What do they do with the food that's left over? Do they like give it to a homeless shelter? Or are they just out here wasting food? I mean, they literally will make 4 plates and it's always 3 judges. You never see more than 3 judges. Like, why are they making that 4th plate? For what reason? Who's in that 4th plate? The host? You never see the host eat the plate, right? But you see 4 plates and 3 judges. I do not understand this. I do not understand why it's 4 judges. No, it's 3 judges and 4 plates. I don't understand that. I'm just like, but it's 3. Like, I can see if you make 3, because it's like 3. You don't want to make 2 because it's 3 judges, right? But oh my goodness, that just annoys me. Another thing that annoys me is they don't know how to manage the time clock well. Now, this kind of goes back to another point I made. It's like they're too ambitious, but especially on guys' grocery games, they do this. You get a certain amount of time, you got to run around the store, get your food plated, or fix it, plate it, etc. Somebody will always try to do too much and will end up leaving something off the plate. And it was like a key ingredient. It's always something like bread if it's a sandwich, turkey necks if it's greens, ranch dressing if it's chicken fingers. Like, they will miss something always because they like ran out of time. And they'll always say this line: the time got away from me. No, duh. You knew what time it was when you entered in the competition. You knew how long you had when that competition took place. Why didn't you plan better? It's like you didn't even have anything. Like, you sat there, tried to do all of these magical things when you could have just kept it simple and just went with that, not ran out of time, had some time left, cleaned up the place. But nope. Tell me, it got away from me. It goes so fast. It's not supposed to go slow. You're in a competition. You supposedly do this every single day. Another thing that irritates me, especially about Beat Bobby Flay, right? So you know how, if you don't know, if you've never watched the show, the way it works is 2 chefs compete against Bobby. Then when one of the chefs wins, they pick something like their special dish, and then Bobby has to make it too. Why does Bobby always win? Like, I've only seen maybe a handful of episodes where he's actually lost. Like all the others, they're picking like things that like he's gonna make well. Coup d'etat. Wait a minute, what's coup d'etat? I think that's raw something something. Don't know what coup d'etat is, but um, chicken and waffles. Um, that doesn't take 45 minutes. I don't know why, but they would do that. But I'm trying to think of something that takes a while. Um, chicken salad. Oh, that'll do it. Even that doesn't take 45 minutes. I'm trying to think of something. Chicken pie pie. That's it. Yeah, chicken pie pie. They'll get instead of getting the pie crust already made, like the chef who would normally make the pie crust themselves, right? They'll make it, but then they'll add. I've never added jalapenos to the flour. I'm gonna try that. Why would you wait until you like on the show to try something? This is supposed to be like your specialty dish. You don't go there, wait until the last minute, and then make some change. You keep it pretty much the same. That's why it's your specialty. You never change it. Nope. You go around the show, make all these changes, and then I lost. I feel like I'm a winner. You're not a winner. You're a loser. See, that's why baby wins. You're putting in stuff. You're putting in jalapenos in the flour to make the pie crust when you could have just made the pie crust without it, or used pie crust that was already made. Save yourself some time, but no, you got to do all this extra, um, just to impress these judges who again are they're really petty, really petty. Baking shows are a little bit different because I've seen some really good ones where they're like making designs, right? So they have to do a little bit, like it's essentially the same, except for sometimes they do the super sweet dessert. Um, but like Halloween Wars, Cookie Wars, they're making more like a design. So it's going to take like the baking of the dish, whether it's cookies, cakes, or pies, that's always the same. But they have to take like the cake, especially, and like make designs of it. So that's a little more, that one I can understand the judges being petty. Because if you see a bad design, it's going to be like, ugh, that doesn't look right. That looks terrible. Right? So you don't, like I said, I understand the judges being petty in that sense because you have to do more. Um, the prizes are always terrible. They'll make it like guys grocery games. You can win like 20,000. Chopped, you can only win 10,000. Like they're doing all that work for just $10,000. You know they got to pay taxes on it. So by the time they get their hands on it, they're probably talking like $7,000, $8,000. You know, did all that work for that? Ugh. Like at least make it $25,000. Bobby Flay's show, they don't get anything except for bragging rights. So I guess that's worth a lot. Um, who's Elijah? I don't see anybody here named that. Um, oh, somebody's watching on Twitch. Hi, person watching on Twitch. But it's so annoying. The prizes are not equivalent to the work that they're doing. I mean, they're doing all of this work and all this technique and all of like this effort, and they don't get anything. Like maybe like consider upping the prizes. Ah, okay, thank you. But they do all that effort and all that work, especially in guys' grocery game. They're running all over the store. And then when they win, they got to run some more or take the little lesser check that's um behind the door. Oh my goodness, that annoys me. I also don't like shows with children. Cooking shows with children annoy me because cooking shows with children annoys me because those kids are too dang on grown, and I literally don't appreciate it. They're too smart alecky. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good look to have children on there that's like that. Um, I just don't care for it. And you can tell on children's shows, right? They're like trying to be nice because it's children. Um, but those kids, they're too smart alecky. And I don't like it. I just don't like cooking competition shows with children. I do happen to like the ones where the contestants are older, like senior citizens, because they don't hold back. They'll like go off on the judges, which I think is hilarious. I'm like, yes, more of this, please. More of this. And less of whatever it is you're doing. Cause that's amazing to me. What else I can't stand about cooking shows? I said the prizes, they don't wash their chicken or their vegetables. Um the speeches at the end. So after a contestant gets eliminated, they'll go with one or two. They'll go with it was an I guess, I tried my best, but it wasn't good enough. I tried my best, but my best wasn't good enough. Contestant. Or my favorite one, the bitter contestant that's like they don't understand the vision. They're jealous. It was one time I watched Chopped and I just laughed so hard I couldn't even stop laughing. For like 4 or 5, like at least like a minute or so, I just laughed. The guy was sort of like, yeah, they're jealous of me. I'm like, dude, what? They're jealous of you? Why would these top chefs be jealous of you? Like, you're a top chef, they're a top chef. They're jealous of you. Why? We don't know who you are. I mean, talk about drama. Dude was drama queening it all the way. And I don't mean that against the LGBTQ plus community. But he was a drama queen. Oh my goodness. Or drama king. Terrible. But you'll always get that one contestant. Yeah, I came in. It was just an honor to be here. No one ain't lying. And then they just spent all that money to come out there, compete, lose, and they gonna say, well, we all can't be winners. So I'm just glad to be here and I'll be back. And you never see them again. You never see them again. You never see them again. I'm trying to think of another one that makes me sick. The celebrity edition. I do not care to see a bunch of D-list celebrities trying to get on shows to cook something. They don't cook any better than I do. Um, they're not out here making rack of lamb or, you know, pumpkin pie or anything like that. They're bringing these F minus, D minus celebrities on to make things like grilled cheese sandwiches, hamburgers, fried chicken. I'm like, I could cook that. Like, bring me on. Don't bring me on because I get eliminated first round. But I'm like, what? We really need this? We really need Kendra from Real Housewives on here telling me I can cook in the kitchen. And then you get eliminated first round? Really? And I'll tell you what I love about Chopped Up. They have some weird ingredients. I mean, weird. I'm always like, get some with chicken. Get some. They have like rotisserie chicken, corn, lima beans, and then they'll have black licorice. And you're like, well, what the heck? They're gonna make something out of that. And they do. They utilize the pantry. That's the other thing. The use of the pantry is always apparently paramount in these type of competitions. I think like they keep salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, like the stuff, like, basic stuff. And that's on um that's on Chop. No, Chop has like a whole I know on Guys Grocery Games they got a pantry and that they just got like the most basic stuff ever. Um, but apparently this pantry plays like a key role because they'll go in there. I'm like, I'm going to use all the pantry ingredients. But aren't you supposed to highlight the lemons? Yeah, but the pantry's got like paprika and jalapenos. Jalapenos are probably not at the pantry. But I love the way they always talk about how important the pantry is. Um, what else about cooking shows, competition shows that drives me crazy? Um, y'all give me something. Give me something that annoys y'all about them. I said I was gonna be short, but not this short. Um, Trying to think what else annoys me about cooking shows. Um, what do they do with those shows? What do they do with those shows? The prize money. Um, Something else. I'm trying to think about it. Um, the titles always get me. Um, like I said, I don't watch much of Gordon Ramsay because all that yelling is just not necessary for me. I'm like, dude, you really don't got to yell at them people like that. Um, I basically just watch everything on the Food Network. And let's see, I watch the Food Network. What days a week? Wednesday. I watch it. Sometimes on Fridays, but I don't know about Saturday and Sunday because that's football. Um, yeah, but when the celebrities appear, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, I can't think of any other things that annoy me about food competition shows. This show is only 38 minutes. Okay, so what we gonna do, because again, I said I had about 10,000 things to do today, and I'll be on at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. That will be a longer discussion. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a longer discussion. Um, the term celebrity chef always bothers me, but that's not enough to do. So remember to subscribe to this show, support on Patreon. The time limit and watching people scramble to complete something at the last minute annoy. It's like poor time management. You know how much time you have. You work in a restaurant. You do this every single day. How is your time management that bad? How? How is it that bad? It's like you're just sitting there, like like I said, either they pick something that takes way longer than the time they're allowed, or after the contestants messes up something in the beginning. Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, they'll mess up something like, I forgot. This happens on Guys Grocery Games a lot. Like they'll be making an apple tart. And they'll be smart enough to get like they'll get like the cooked pastry because they don't want to make it like from scratch. But then they'll get like the hardest apples, knowing it's gonna take way longer than 30 minutes to cook. When you could have just went over to the owl, got the can, doctored it up, did something with it. It's like, why do you do that? Oh my goodness, yes. They always mess up something. Or they'll forget something that was like really important. Like if they're making chicken and waffles, they'll forget like the flour mix. Well, the flour's at the pantry. So, okay, they'll forget like the sugar. Well, no, sugar's at the pantry too. So to make pancake mix, you need flour. I think you need yeast. Yeah, yeast isn't there. Don't forget. I forgot the yeast. I don't know how I forgot. You done made it 80,000 times. You done made it so many times. It's like, why are you forgetting things that you know you shouldn't forget? Oh my goodness, guys. Trying to get off here, but we're going to do it with this. Thank you for watching. Remember, I do come on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'll be talking about a very, 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 very important subject with the election coming up. So be sure to tune in to that. Remember to like this page, share this page, comment, and most of all, subscribe or tell your friends to subscribe. I'm still stuck at 287. I don't know why YouTube doesn't want me at 300. I'm trying to get to 300, and it seems like I can never get there. I literally should have 1,000 subscribers by now. I literally should. And I don't, and it's frustrating me. But remember to subscribe. I'm going to do the outro. And we'll see you this evening.